right now, losing the children over, you know, having mental health, learning difficulties, and yet we've got criminals like Lucy Hawhay getting to keep her children. That is disgusting after the crime she committed. Thank you, lovely. So I'm going to put a picture up now, guys, just so everyone knows who she is. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to fill in. Thank you, lovely. 1 second. Absolutely knackered today, guys. I've not stopped. So I just want you to read this bit here because I think this is important. Slammed over dangerous online persona. This is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to tell many of you to watch where you're telling your stories, you know, your, what shall I say, your mental health conditions, your personal information. What I'm trying to get out at the minute is telling you people, hi lovely, to stop turning to anybody and everybody on this app. Because when it's too late and shit hits the fan, you know, that's when you're being victimised. So, for example, in most of these victims' cases of Lucy Hawhay, they've all been victimised because she was claiming to be a life coach. She's entered their lives, and then what's happened is she's literally carried on as normal. They found out, thank you, hon, they found out her background, tried to come away from her and told her we no longer want you to help us. And then guess what happened, guys? The woman, thank you, lovely. Hi, guys. The woman plastered the poor victims all over social media, your personal information, the ins and the outs. Thank you, Shazzy. The ins and the outs of their lives, everything else, really personal things. And then to top it off, we've got bullying, body shaming. You know, we've got mental health shaming. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's quick enough to call everybody else who's got EUPD, but this morning she was sat on her live. Thank you, hon. Telling everybody how she's got EUPD, but she hasn't got a diagnosis. Thank you, PK. Sorry, I'm knackered tonight, guys, so please just bear with me. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing most of the talking this evening. I'm going to let, you know, the poor victim, the victim's friends come in and have their say, because thank you, hon. You know, literally, guys, as I say, I want to come with facts. We've come with receipts. We've got the full till tonight. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Megan. We've got the full till. And I want people to see this. So, there we are. Dangerous online persona, Lucy Hawhay. Thank you, lovely. I am going to move in a minute so you can see her face. But, guys, first of all, thank you, Paul. I just want to literally get something out to you. So here's some of the reactions while we're waiting. Thank you, guys. While we're waiting on our guests now, who will be in any minute, I'm going to play now some things that she's been coming at me for. So let me just plug this in. I do apologise if it goes a bit loud. Thank you, guys. And guys, will you please tap the screen and get this shared out, please? And tomorrow, guys, I am going to be doing the live on Ranji. It's just tonight. This is really important because, once again, safeguarding children is #1 priority. And what we're doing here is we're supporting each other as parents, a community, a TikTok community. You know, we are a big family on here. And the ones that are, you know, well, decent human beings like us, we all stick together and we safeguard a community, and that is what we're doing by doing this. We've not just decided to come on here and start tarnishing people because we want to. Thank you, lovely. At the end of the day, we are protecting people. We are very concerned that these crimes can, you know, be committed. And what upsets me is, myself and many of you have never received justice for some of your traumas, yet doesn't it upset you, infuriate you, make you think about, well, basically, what's your perpetrator doing? Do you know to think that this shit is going on in the justice system? Well, they're not really fucking putting justice in place, are they? So if you just bear with me. Hello, my darling. Are you okay?
Hello, my lovely. How are you? I'm good.
I'm good, thank you. I'm just really tired tonight. Look, I've got Morrison bags. I've not stopped. My bathroom's finally been fitted. So I've just got to get this house back on track this weekend, so I'm dreading it.
I want to see pictures of the bathroom.
Oh, I can't wait to post it all up to you guys. Wait until you see it. It's lovely. And now I'm being told I'm getting a new kitchen as well. So I'm really happy.
Very nice.
So I'm just about to show everybody, just ignore that noise, guys. I'm just about to let you hear now the comebacks that's been coming at me, first of all, from this horrendous criminal. So just bear with me. Honestly, they're absolutely laughable, guys. Really laughable. So, where is it? Queen Bee. She'll love saying my name at the moment.
You will. Don't you worry, now that you've commented in support of me, you'll definitely get... That's hilarious. Right, okay.
This is about you. Oh, sorry, Anchor. Oh, that's a video.
Right, so my name and my face and my voice, my content, my hashtags.
Can't really hear that. Sorry, guys.
Totally understand why you're saying that, and it's been said before, and it'll probably be said again. I came off TikTok January 17th. I was bullied off, and I also made a few mistakes myself and reacted and broke the guidelines, right? But I was essentially bullied off because when I was on that particular account, I had no bullying, trolling or smearing, and I had a perfect 4 months, not a violation, not a strike, nothing. How many people can say that? And then I started reacting, and then they were just mass reporting, blah, 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 and they told TikTok total lies. So TikTok just, obviously, it had enough. So that was 17th of January. I didn't come back to TikTok with this account until 3rd or 4th of March. So, you know, a gap, right? I've also been off TikTok from another account because I've had three accounts or 4 accounts. 3 or 4 accounts since 2020. One was 24,000 followers, lost that due to this exactly this behaviour, same tropes, same stories, smear campaign. Then lost one of 10,000 followers. Same. Took a little break, tried again, just was removed by TikTok with no reason at all. So that was probably them lying to TikTok saying I was on some sort of register or I was a risk or whatever. And I've had big breaks in between. Now, whenever I've not been on TikTok, this has still been happening on TikTok. Guys. When I've not been on TikTok, they've followed me to my YouTube channel, my podcast, my Instagram.
Oh, guys, I don't know what's going on, but this is just not working. Let me see if you can hear it like this.
And Cora. So we're not dealing with the average narcissist that works alone, where no.
Can you hear that, guys? Can you hear it, hon?
Bores them, and they leave you alone. Because the other thing is,
I can hear it.
Something from the stalking and harassment and the posts, they're getting
I can hear it.
Me not being here doesn't make a difference. Me being quiet doesn't make a difference. And even when I am quiet, they follow me to other accounts and other platforms, even though they've always said all they want is to get me off TikTok, then they still follow me to the social media. So they're lying to everyone. And what they don't know, so when I don't respond and react and give them information, what they don't know, they just create and fantasize and make up lies about. This is a smear campaign, and when you're dealing with a smear campaign, no amount of dignified silence, no contact, grey rock, yellow rock, or ignoring it makes any difference, because these women benefit from doing what they do. They don't need me. They don't need my reaction to carry on, to continue. They don't need my responses to carry on and continue. There's blood in the water, and they're lapping it up. All we can do is the right thing. Report, because it's against the guidelines, and children are seeing this. They're learning that you can dress abuse up as goodness and good. I totally understand why you're saying that, and it's been said before, and it'll probably be said again. I came off TikTok January 17th. I was bullied off, and I also made...
So, guys, can I just say something? If my dog does bark in a minute, I do apologise. Someone at my door. They'll go in a minute. Just quickly, I've got loads more yet through the night to show you, but there's loads aiming at me, there's aiming at you, my lovely. Right, Snoop. Now, what concerns me here, guys? Hi, Factory, I hope you're good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I just thought I would jump in the box and put myself on mute, get some pictures.
Oh, brilliant.
Actually, Queen, it's actually the Fact Freak's fault that I'm in the middle of the smear campaign, so he can jump in this box as well.
So we're all together. Sorry, guys.
We are.
Stop it. Just give me a minute, guys. Hang on. Right.
Hello, Fact Freak. How are you, my lovely?
Good. It doesn't sound like the dog likes Lucy either, does it?
I was going to say, I don't think hers has much protection, does it, against this great big thing I can hear barking? Guys, we're just actually waiting for our special guest to come in.
Sorry,
they will
guys.
be coming in on my stalked on TikTok account, so I'm just looking for myself joining. So if I begin talking to myself, it's not for that reason, it's just our special guest doesn't actually use TikTok, so I've actually given her login details to my Stalked on TikTok account. Although people may get confused now, because obviously Stalked on TikTok is my second account to raise awareness of this horrific journey I'm on, and Lucifer, my stalker, has actually changed her TikTok handle name to the original Stalked on TikTok today, so you may get a bit confused, but very clearly I'm the one with the bright pink hair.
So guys, quickly, just before we start this evening, I wanted to show that video and let you hear that, because she's constantly going on about this smear campaign. I am literally sick to the back teeth of hearing smear campaign this, smear campaign that. She needs to understand that that smear campaign started the moment she committed her horrendous crime. And what's getting me now is we are obviously triggering her, because I've noticed 4 things today through her videos. Now, every 2 minutes she's responding to me and Queen of Positivity. Literally, it's Queen of Positivity's face is all over her profile. This is how obsessed this woman is with Queen of Positivity. Now, I have got her coming for me. Apparently, I've got a weave in my hair. She's obsessed with my hair, this woman. I don't know what it is. She's really obsessed with my hair. She's calling me a beauty pageant, going on about how I dress and trying to put me down. But then she's also changing her outfits in the videos and doing little... Look at me, look what I'm wearing. We're triggering her. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to tell some of you right now, if you are coming victim to this lady and she's body shaming you and she's putting you down and she's calling you names, I want you to do something. I want you to take in what I've just told you. She's literally being triggered. She's so insecure. This is why she bullies adults. She's not bullying me. She doesn't intimidate me. What I want her to know, she's met her match on me on this app. I'm not going anywhere, and I will take this lady on. So it's as simple as that. Just like Fact Freak, he said it how it was. I'm going to say it how I do, and, you know, how it is. You guys are going to have your say. She's not going to keep sitting back in the driver's seat and doing, you know, being in control of the situation. Right now, she's set up another account. I'm on to what she's doing. She's set up a backup account, so that she's going to use that to do some hateful videos. So what I'm going to do, like everybody else I'm sure will, is monitor that account. Sorry guys, I'm knackered. Monitor that account, and then we're going to report it to the justice system, because if there's a legal binding document that states she is not allowed to harass these certain people, but she's coming on here and literally saying their names, then that there, it's breaking an order. So now we need to keep monitoring it. We need to log it. If she wants to do all these bullying campaigns and hateful videos, let her, because do you know what she don't realise is she's on her last strike. 3 times. Once 3 times is up, you get sent to HMP, and that's where she'll be going next, guys. So literally, it's TikTok in it. Do you know what I mean? The clock's ticking. It's going to happen, because a woman like Lucy cannot stop offending. You know, the first crime she committed was not only just horrendous, but 8 years ago, she never learned a lesson from that.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
That's the first time that we know about, because people that does this kind of thing doesn't go straight into doing something with a 15-year-old. They have an evolution of whatever they do, right? They don't start doing that. They start with other things. So most probably, she has started to do stuff wherever, watching things, doing whatever, a long time ago. Yeah. And then she came to this. But who says to us that after all those 8 years, she hasn't done nothing else either? She hasn't got caught. Doesn't mean she hasn't done it.
I know, and literally, guys, it concerns me that this woman has literally managed to keep her children as well.
We have Lucifer in the group chat under the name of Fiona. Have you any mods on, my lovely?
I don't think I have.
Can my mods please leave a load of hearts in the comments, and Queen Bee will add you as a mod for the evening. I'm also obviously going to ask when the guest speaker comes in that there's nobody else in the boxes. The fact Frig, you're completely okay to stay. We'll probably have to drop Pat. It's just obviously we want Fiona to be able to obviously speak without any
Of course,
interruptions.
yeah.
No, it's just one of the requests she asked. I did say if I could get the fact freak.
No, but I said to you the other day, I seen if he needs me afterwards, he knows where I am.
I have told her. Thank you so much. She is very grateful
Thanks,
for
guys.
you.
1 second.
100%. I mean, I won't be talking anyway, but you know what I mean? 100%. It's important she gets to say it, or he gets to say
Give her space as well to be able to talk, and yeah.
Queen Bee, Hannah. See, I don't think I can add them, can I?
I've just set some out as mods. Hi, guys.
Mental Health Dan, Hannah, they're mine. Wifey for Life is mine. Donna's mine. Can all my mods please put purple hearts? So Queen Bee can catch you quickly and easy. And then if you could just take over modding for the night. Nick, put a purple heart then, please. Purple hearts to my mods, please, so you can help Queen Bee out if she doesn't actually have any. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So, Fact Freak, I'm going to let you talk, actually, because you know what? I absolutely buzzed off you. I'm so glad you've entered in this evening, because I just want to say a massive well done to you as well, because literally I watch you on YouTube. For some reason, I don't get many of your content on my TikTok, but I'm
Queen
always
Bee, are you catching all these purple hearts? They're all my mods if you want to add them, lovely.
I'm getting them. Do apologise though, guys, about my eyes tonight. I've got bad hay fever, and last year I went into anaphylactic shock, so I've got to be very careful.
My cat keeps kissing you, so I don't know. Oh. He's kissing the screen.
Oh,
I got you on the iPad, and he's kissing the screen.
Oh, at least someone likes you, Queen Bee.
I know, that's it.
He's trying to headbutt you on the screen, you know.
You've quite come under fire, haven't you, recently, unfortunately?
I have. Well, I know it's expected. I know we're not going to sit here and just be able to say, have our opinion and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to be that easy, guys, and that's why I'm saying us as a community, we've just got to stick together, keep fighting.
Each other.
Well, we're not fighting anything, really. We're spreading this awareness. So, Fact Freak, come on then, tell me. What have you got?
Thank you very much.
And your outs about the YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
So, Fact Freak, one moment. Queen Bee, everyone's just saying they can't quite read comments. Is there any possible way you could
I'll change
the
it 1
background
second, guys.
just so we can read them?
1 second, my lovelies. Do apologise. Nothing's going right.
And I might say, I love your jacket. You look very Jackie O.
Oh, thank you. Well, do you know what? Lucy hates it, so I just thought tonight I'll have my hair down. I'll just rub it in her face a little bit more.
Yeah, but you look classy. See that?
Lucy's just upset because she doesn't charge people money anymore as much as she used to, and she can't afford the Botox. That's all it is. She's looked quite haggard for a while, and guys, you know, I won't, body shame or come for people, but predators, as far as I'm concerned, don't have human rights. So, you know, it's not very often that I come across somebody with such a large forehead like Lucy. You know what I mean? And sort of a predatory sort of way. Reminds me of she said she was 12, you're going to ruin my holiday thing.
Yeah.
Whether they're related or not, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like how a woman can be having a go at other women about the way they look, and about, like, yesterday she said in her life something about having a go at her neighbor because she had a facelift or something like that, right?
Oh, Patricia, this woman said she would rather be a peddler than be fat.
No, I'm not saying that. She has a way, a go at women that have had things done on their face and what have you, right?
Yes,
because of the domestic abuse or what have you, but she has her lips done.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she's a walking contradiction, but most predators are.
And I don't have no problem with people having their lips done because I got mine, but I cannot have a go at anyone for having them done if I've got them myself. It's just hypocritical to another level.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I can see quite a lot of you and a lot of Lucifer's supporters trying to get in the box. I'm going to make it categorically clear. This evening, you are not welcome
not tonight,
in the box.
I do apologise. Just for tonight, no one else can enter just because of, well, the sensitivity of tonight's, well, what's going to happen, basically. My head's not with it, guys. I'm knackered. But tomorrow, I will have an open discussion where everyone can come in the box and we can all have a good chit-chat. And as well, we're going to discuss ranching because Shannon has been an amazing, by the way, guys, I just need to put this out. Shannon has been amazing helping and supporting me in the other case with Ranji. She's been absolutely amazing. So tomorrow, Shannon, if you don't mind, beautiful, will you jump on with me and discuss that other case, if that's okay? But tonight, I really do want to focus on this because everything we're doing, it's about sending that message out there. If we can get so many viewers in tonight, hopefully, a lot of parents can check their kids' devices by the time we finish this evening. As well, people can just block this woman, leave her alone, leave her to it, basically, because what I am concerned about is the effect she is having on these people. So 1 minute she's claiming in her video she's got EUPD. But
Dan, I can't mod you, lovely. It'll have to be
she's not been diagnosed.
Queen B.
But then she's saying she can't diagnose herself, but she knows she's got it. But then in another video, she's mocking people for having EUPD, and it's like, well, okay. And you know, once again, guys, you know what that is? It's a narcissistic trait. So whatever is wrong with other people is wrong with her. She's got to feel important. She's got to be prioritised. Her needs have got to come first. I mean, where's the child? You never see a child. You don't see Colin. And tonight, you know the little outfit she changed into, that little jumpsuit, the grey one. If you look very closely, she got dirty knees. Do you know what I said? She's been digging Colin up. She's been on her knees, hasn't she? Do you know what I mean? Because where the fuck is Colin? She's slagging everybody else's partners off.
I think Colin's spending most of his time on Pornhub, is it not?
Probably.
Shell, I think a couple of your mods are here and they're asking why aren't there mods here. I think we could probably do with a few mods, that's all.
Oh, brilliant. 1 second. One second, Lucy. Because it's
if any of my mods quickly put purple hearts, please, quickly.
Do you want for me to give you a hand as well, Queen?
Yeah, do you want to jump out, Pat, and come and mod?
Yeah, I jump out and I give you a hand, yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Can I just briefly say, if you're in here and you're a supporter of Lucy, the convicted predator, I will continue to put her moderators on blast on my Instagram and everywhere else. You stand by somebody who sleeps with children, expect the same treatment.
Yeah, definitely. Right, I've got quite a few mods
I'm
now.
trying to get out and I can't.
1 second.
Oh, that's it.
She done it, yeah.
Yeah, all my mods are purple hearts, my lovely. They'll know all the fake accounts, burner accounts, and all the rest of it for you. I'm just waiting for our guest speaker to arrive. So if you just look for myself coming in, I don't know if F Love is there. If she wants to go and have a.
Right, 1 second. Sorry, guys, I'm just sorting something out quickly before we can get on with the evening.
Don't worry.
So come on, Fact Freak, I'll let you do some talking. You can do your part in my life.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, I suppose one of the questions I've never asked the Fact Freak is how did you come across her?
Second, guys, sorry. I will answer that in a second.
She is here. Oh, who is here? Lucifer or F Love? Am I here? Requesting to join.
Oh,
I've got you.
We've got
It's really hard when you see yourself.
In answer to that question, sorry, I was just sorting the kids out. Basically, like a lot of wrongings that I come across, somebody has been passionate about exposing this person, or somebody's recognised them and then reached out to me, basically. And there was a few people that reached out, and then obviously that's basically how it happens, really. But I couldn't believe how narcissistic and predatory she is. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well,
Have
I
sent
come
her a
across
guest
her
an invite.
else 2 weeks ago, sat here, literally with a chest infection, and I'm like, you know, when you're recovering and you have a break from your life for a bit, so you're checking on everybody else. Well, that's what I was doing, and I come across her and I was like, who is this woman? And somebody asked her why was she getting into trouble with the law. And when she just come out with what she did, I'm not even going to say it on here because I'm not getting bananaed on this account, but she said it with such proudness. She said it with such passion, like it's the norm. And I'm like, what on earth am I in here? So I questioned her and she blocked me. So from then on, I went and did some little digging because that's what I do as well. Did some digging and I found a lot more. And then obviously as time's gone on, I spoke to Positivity Queen and a few other people. And now I'm in this little situation. But for me...
I can see the guest, Hannah, and I keep sending her a request, but I'm not sure what she's doing at her end.
This is what was happening last night, lovely.
I tried though on that account and I could join other people today, so I know it's working.
Got random people plugging my bloody YouTube in the chat. Thanks, guys.
I think I've been doing that. I think I've been doing that a lot.
Guys, it is so entertaining, I swear.
Right,
you did one on Nicola Bully, didn't you?
Sorry?
Did you do a YouTube on Nicola Bully, you know, like a podcast?
Yeah, I've talked about all sorts of different things,
I watched it, and you know what? That's when I first got into watching your videos, I ain't gonna lie, because I love it. I just love, like, the work
Fiona,
that you
it's not coming up.
You go way above and beyond more than some of these other exposure groups that are on here. You guys just sit there and just like, it's a flipping norm to you. It's natural the way you do it, so hat off to you, great.
Fiona, there is no request coming through, my lovely. I may have to log out and let her just take over the Positivity Queen.
Can't you just invite up into the box like you did to me?
Yeah, I have. It's not accepting her. Well, it's saying I've invited her, but Queen Bee, do you want to do it at your end? Because you need 200 followers. There should be 300 nod on that account.
1 second, I'm just doing it now. Just sent an invite.
She needs more followers. How many followers do you need to be able to come audio?
Go on my purse, I think the pen's in there.
I don't know. It's changed, since I've been like that.
Right, if everybody...
Like
one minute, where are we at? I can't find her now. I can't even tag it, can I? I'm going to pin it. Where you at? I'm requesting to join. Can I pin that comment? Can somebody please pin Stalked on TikTok's comment? That I have 342 followers on that account. So it should be fine. I thought it was 200. Halls, can I use yours? Yeah, go on to Halls if you can.
The account set as private, is that why she can't join?
She on private, have requested her. It shouldn't be private because it's my backup account.
Let me send her another invite, 1 second.
Your Stalk TikTok works. I know it does, yeah, because I've been on it.
Guys, while we're sorting these technical issues, please
Right.
take the screen, guys, and let's get this live out there.
Right, I've sent it again. Thanks, Debs. Has it gone through to her?
Lovely. Fiona, my lovely, head over to WhatsApp. I've just sent you the login details to my other account with 500 followers.
It will work tonight, guys.
She's coming on. She can either get into my other big account or she can come on Holly's. It's fine. We've got her sorted.
Guys, can we summarise what's going on here? A lot of people asking what's happening tonight, who we're talking about.
So, an update. I'll do a little bit on my side and I'll let Positivity Queen do her part. It's about Lucy Jorge, convicted child graper. That's the only way I can put it. And yeah, basically she's just on this app. A lot of parents need some awareness right now because she's literally using this app right now to promote herself, her books. I'll be honest with you, I've got an idea what she's doing. She's committing crimes so she can write stories because she's a fantasist and she's a narcissist and she's a psychopath. So she's committing crimes so she can write about them. She edits them, so obviously it becomes a story. And then she's making money off that. But what she's doing, she's promoting it on here by literally sitting on a live, bragging, thank you, Sarah, bragging about the crime she's committed. And then she's also sat here bullying her victims and victimising them. So I'm going to let Positivity Queen finish this little bit off. Am I all right to go and get a brew, guys? And then
Of course you are. Of course you are.
You do your part now, babe.
Well, so I suppose my part began around 5 months ago when Lucifer befriended me on TikTok. She saw that I had quite a large platform and she began jumping into my lives. While on my live, she appeared extremely knowledgeable upon the topics of narcissism. Unfortunately, it was the only topic she had any interest in, which was a little bit strange, but I just thought it was down to passion. After about 4 months, her and I actually, I wouldn't say be friends, but we had each other's phone numbers. I became her moderator. It was actually on one of my lives one evening when, sorry, I'm just looking also, if I'm talking slowly, it's just I'm waiting for another account to come in so I can add them, which is our guest speaker tonight, and then I'll shush. One-to-one, why do you give her time and make her relevant? Ignore it and it may go away. Well, what I can say in regards to that is she's not going to go away, and you're about to hear from one of the Glasgow victims who we're just waiting for her to join. And you'll hear exactly why this woman will never go away, unfortunately. It doesn't quite work like that. This woman is a convicted child SO. She also has 4 guilty charges against her for stalking and harassing. She doesn't go away. And people do need to be aware of this creature, as far as I'm concerned, because I believe she's incredibly dangerous. As I stated, I was friends for her for 4 months. In return, she has never accepted what she has done. No, she will never accept that she's wrong. And awareness, I believe, is the key to... I've watched some of her videos. She's totally deluded and dangerous. She certainly is, yes. I mean, today, Thriving Through Hate is her normal username, but today she has changed it to the original Stalked on TikTok. Because obviously Stalked on TikTok is the account that I use to raise awareness upon her. Right. I think we should have, and here is our guest speaker of the evening. So hello, my darling, how are you? I'm sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that account, but Holly, thank you so much for allowing Fee to use your account. We will all mute now and allow you to take the floor. Hello, my lovely.
Hello, lovely.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You okay?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We are going to mute and I'll allow you
just
to
give
do
me
your thing.
If you just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
For those that want to know about my...
Nice to be able to speak to you.
Very nice.
Can you hear that? I'm saying fact speak. Nice to be able to speak to you. I really do appreciate the work that you have done, and also the work that Emma Jane, and you yourself, Queen Bee, have put in. I know it's not easy when Hoy goes after you. So first of all, what I would like to say is that on behalf of everyone up here in Glasgow, thank you very much. Thank you for your courage in staying the course and not allowing, Emma said I have to watch my language tonight, so I'll try and do that.
Emma warned you, TikTok, yep.
So, my name is Fiona Jordan. Holly calls me horsemouth, the old granny, but quite honestly, I couldn't care less what she calls me, because I know what I call her, and I call her a child sex abuser. That's who she is. That is who she is. And everything else that she has been putting on social media over these past few weeks, that is her trying to lead people a dance. Please, tonight, please remember, she is a convicted child sexual abuser. She's also a convicted stalker. So the only one with any criminal convictions is Lucy Hoy. Now, the reality is, Lucy doesn't like that. But that's her problem. That's her problem. So I'll be quiet now, because anyone, any questions you want to ask me, please feel free, go ahead. Personally, I consider the women to be less than the shit in my shoes. And I have watched over these past few months when she has gone for people. And, you know, I think it's appalling. Do people realise what she attempted to do to that man, the fat freak?
See, I only know a little bit about that. I would like to know more about that if you don't mind tonight, guys.
This is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. And what I will say is that anyone who was privy to it and didn't speak out, then they need to question their own morals. So thankfully Emma did contact Fact Freak, and she's now being punished for that by Lucy Hoy. Anyone who flags up Hoy's inappropriate behaviour, criminal past, she goes for them. That's a pattern. And the mother of the child that she sexually abused, what happened was they had struck up a friendship. The mother decided, hold on, this isn't quite my cup of tea, and tried to step away from that friendship. And obviously, as I keep saying to the mother, Hoy doesn't make friends, Hoy takes hostages. So I'll give you an example. The mother then found that her tyres were being, you know, someone was coming in and taking the air out of her tyres, and neighbours were able to tell her that it was a blonde-haired woman in a baseball cap with young children. So these were the kinds of things that Hoy was doing to the mother. And the mother then got a non-harassment order against her. Now, they don't hand out non-harassment orders up in Glasgow Sheriff Court like bags of sweeties. There had to be valid reasons for it. So the mother got this non-harassment order. So I'm trying to give you some kind of context about, you know, because my stomach churns when I hear her talking about it was consensual. 16, anyone under the age of 16 cannot consent. That's why it's called statutory grape. She uses that big word. She's been throwing that one around over this past week. I've heard her at that. The bottom line is she was convicted and placed on the sex offender register. But I'm trying to give you some kind of context about just how evil this woman is, because she was angry that the mother had stepped away from the friendship and also got the non-harassment order. So what she did was she then groomed that boy online. You know, that this just wasn't a one-off encounter. She planned it. She is a cold, calculating predator. She planned the visit to her home. She planned that. What she doesn't talk about is that she locked the door. The boy couldn't get out. Yeah. The boy couldn't get out. And then I'll tell you what else she did. After she had unlawful sexual intercourse with that boy, she then went to a friend's house and hooked up with a 19-year-old that night in order to get free drugs. Now,
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I do apologise.
am I coming on too strong here?
No, please carry on.
She's just saying sorry for the dog, my lovely. It's not you. Please tell the story.
Sorry, carry on.
Carry on, my lovely.
Okay, so can I still talk?
Yes, of course. She's just Queen Bee has just muted herself because her dog's obviously noisy in the background. Guys, can I just please state there is a huge trigger warning present here. Please do like the live. Please do share it out, because those that know me from TikTok will know that I have been in a horrific smear campaign for the last 5 months with the woman in question, who we know as Lucy Hawhey. She was the no contact coach. We all worked together and actually had that account removed. She is back on TikTok under Thriving Through Hate, except today she has actually changed her TikTok handle to the original Stalked on TikTok, because my second account on TikTok is Stalked on TikTok, which is where I began raising awareness of my own stalking incident with her. Obviously, Fiona and other victims from Glasgow saw that I was trying to raise awareness about my own journey with this woman. They actually contacted me, and together we have come together to raise awareness. So I pass it back over, my lovely.
So will I continue? Shall I tell you what? If I'm talking too much, just say please.
No, we would like to. No, Fiona, we really want to give you the space. It's just I think we may obviously all mute just so we can hear you. That's all. Please do.
Do apologise. The dog's gone for a walk.
I'll try and be careful in the language that I use. But that evil bitch took when she was drunk. And Lucy Hoy doesn't know how to hold her water. I don't know if you people down south know what that means. She can't keep her gob shut. She was drunk and she blabbered to her friend what she had done to that boy. The friend contacted the mother. The mother took the boy down to the police station. And obviously, then do you know what I'm saying? The investigation, the court case, all of the rest of it. That bitch took it right to the wire. The way she goes on, I pled guilty. That family had to endure the trauma of the process of a court case and everything that leads up to that. She only pled guilty a few days before the actual trial, when she knew there was enough evidence to convict her. There was actually also, she was also charged for sending inappropriate images, but part of the plea bargain, that was all dropped. Personally, I think they should have thrown the book at her with all of the charges. So she pled guilty. So when she says there was no trial, so she pled guilty, and we actually thought at that time that that was the end of it. That the family, the family would be allowed to go on with their lives. She was given, she was tagged. She was given community payback, and also she was placed on the sex offenders register. But let me say this to you. Hoy knows how to play the game. Hoy knows how to, when they do these social work reports on her, she knows how to, oh, I'm so sorry. She also knows how to, there's a pattern, because every time she's up on charges, she runs down to her GP because her nerves are bothering her and all the rest of it, and she's having a breakdown, and then she asks to be sent for assessments and all the rest of it. She's really good at that, and if hopefully I'll be able to talk to you later on about her last appearance in court, when her defence lawyer, as part of the mitigation, the absolute garbage that came out of his mouth, and he did it in a very low voice because he knew it was all a pack of lies. So that was the sentence that she was given. She then, the problem is, right, and hopefully I'm not going off in a tangent here, but my background is in education, and apart from the fact, there's a part of me that thinks that, nature, nurture, was she born evil? There is a part of me that thinks, yes, she was born evil. But I think, what you see in her is there's a 3-4-year-old who is having temper tantrums. Holly has refused to ever accept that she was convicted of stalking and harassment. She has refused to accept that she was convicted of child sexual abuse and placed on the sex offender register. And what she has done is, rather than just accept it, it's like this wee 3-4-year-old in a rage, jumping up and down, shouting, no, 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 no. She's then went away and written books on it. What was that? What's that one? Dangerous Normal People?
People, yeah.
And of course the Forgivers Club. So she wrote those books while she was under court orders. And I remember at the time when she came out with the book saying to the mother, nobody will ever read her stupid book. How wrong was I? How wrong was I? Can I say this to you as well? That woman, because I'm trying to be careful with my language.
Thank you, my lovely.
She stood on a public street in Glasgow and screamed at me with her 3 children present. I shagged him and he fucking loved it.
Queen Bee, you look very shocked. Unfortunately, I've known the truth for a number of months. So
right
you can
now,
understand.
guys, the heart's like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you can understand how difficult it has been for me when I have to day in, day out listen to that thing, make up excuses. Fiona, while I've got you, lovely, the one thing that I hear at least 10 times a day, her excuse is he was 6 foot tall and he wanted it. Can you just please answer, is that yes or no? Is that true or false? He was 6 foot tall and he wanted it.
Can you not understand how dangerous that is?
I agree.
So if they're a certain height, it's okay to sexually abuse them? Can you not see how dangerous she is?
Yes.
And how unreformed? She has absolutely no remorse whatsoever. Now, can I say this to you? For anybody, for any child, whether they're an adult now, who has ever been sexually abused, the message must always be, it was not your fault.
Yes.
What she is being allowed to do on social media is put out there that children can be responsible for their own sexual abuse. In other words, they deserved it.
Yes.
Can you not see how dangerous she is?
Oh, yeah.
We do. That's the fact freak. Please, Fiona, are you okay if the fact freak asks any questions to you?
Please do.
Fiona, first of all, it's lovely to meet you. It's just such a shame that it's over something so horrific, obviously. I was just thinking while I was listening to your talk, because you mentioned earlier that she'd sent inappropriate images in part of this, and that she took a deal where she wouldn't be charged for that. And then that had me thinking, because obviously part of her restrictions when she was sentenced was that she couldn't be online. Is that correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it makes me think, because obviously, like, if Lucifer is to say that these images or inappropriate stuff didn't happen over a digital playground, messages or whatever like that, there would be no reason for them to impose that. Is that right? Or is there other reasons for that? Or
She should not have been on social media. But
yeah, I'm not being very clear. Like, basically, part of her sentencing, she was banned from being on social media for like 3 years or whatever it was. Yeah. And why was that imposed specifically? Is it because of the fact that she had sent images and things like that digitally? Like, part of the offence had happened online, basically.
What happened to is because her conviction for stalking and harassment of the ex-partner of this man has now passed away, but he was involved with Lucy Hoy, and she was also convicted of stalking and harassing his ex-partner. So that sentence was also running at the same time as her sentence for the child sexual abuse. But for a period of 3 years, she was not allowed to be in the presence of young people. In other words, her children, her teenage children, could never have invited friends home because she was deemed to be a risk. Now, I know if she's listening to this right now, she'll be jumping up and down and glugging the gin.
What a shame, Lucifer.
So, have I answered your question, Fact Freak?
You have. Thank you very much. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yes. Sorry to have interrupted you. You continue. All right.
Yeah.
No, Fact Freak. Honestly, any other questions
that she had sent, there were images inappropriate images that she had sent. Can I also say this to you as well? What doesn't come out is this pains me terribly. Well, she justifies it. What she says is, he contacted me again and he wanted to come back. And I was
going to ask you that. I hear that a lot. Yes, that was going to be one of my questions to you. We're hearing it a lot lately, guys, aren't we, on TikTok? She keeps saying he wanted it, and even after the event, he kept contacting her. So Fiona can clarify.
Are people picking up how horrendous that is? Because it's lies. And what she had started to do as well was she knew where he hung around, who his friends were, and she would take the dogs for a walk and just accidentally bump into him. And she was becoming irritated that he was ignoring her. Can you imagine the stress that must have caused for a young boy?
100%. And you know the images, were they sent on the lead up to the assault?
Yes.
So there's an element of grooming and things like that.
She groomed the boy. But can I, because at times, why would she do that? She did that to hurt the mother because she was raging that the mother had walked away from her, that the mother had gotten a non-harassment order out against her, and in her sick mind, what could she do? Because she is evil enough and cold and calculating enough to think something like this through. I know what I'll do. I'll contact her boy. I'll invite her boy into my home and have sex with him.
It's
Can
very
you imagine
calculating.
how soul destroying that is?
I'm all right, guys. Sorry, lovely. I'm all right, guys. Honestly, I'm just listening because I want to give, everybody a chance tonight to have their say. I'm just taking it in. My heart's like boom, 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 but I'm all right. Honestly, I'm just trying to take it in.
And so she's written that book, The Forgivers Club. She also had the mother up in charges of stalking and harassing her. Can you imagine the pain of that? Obviously, the mother was found not guilty. Can you imagine? She's damaged your boy. She's abused your boy, and then she gets you up in charges for stalking and harassing her. So the mother had to endure all of that. And she talks about, so the latest one that she was convicted for. And she talks about, they were two silly videos. They were stomach-churning videos that she was putting online. Absolutely stomach-churning. And am I becoming too emotional now?
No, please carry on. No, there is no, that I will categorically state there is no trigger warning right throughout this live. Obviously, if it's too much, please take yourself off.
And what else? I know that, do you know what I'm saying? That she's very manipulative, very persuasive, and there will be people right now who go on her lives and mod for her and protect her. Can I ask them this question? If it was your son she had abused, if it was your son she had sexually abused, would you still be so understanding? If it was your flesh and blood she had violated, and she comes on this social media every day with that smirk on her face, with that horrible smirk on her face.
Fiona, my lovely, knowing everything that you know about Lucy Hawhey, how did you feel when you found out that I was her current victim? How did it come about that you found me on TikTok, for example, and did it shock you that she was at it again with another woman?
No, because we went through this journey where, first of all, you need to try and get your head around, like, why would she do that to your son? Why would she want to violate your son? Why would she then want to write a book about it? Why would she then want to have you up in charges for stalking and harassing her? And then when you're seeing what she's doing to other people, and she's a creature of habit because she uses the same tactics time and time again. If you cross her, if you flag up her bad behaviour, she literally goes for you. That's what she did to the Fact Freak. That's what she did to you, Emma. That's what she's done to the other women, Laura Jane. I can see that she's now trying to do it to you.
Queen Bee, yep.
And that's when, if you've got any kind of morals, any kind of gumption in you, you've got to reach out to people and say, we know what she's done. We know what she's doing to you, because it's horrible.
And unfortunately, Fiona, what I'm finding is she still has a lot of supporters who are believing that I'm the stalker and she's the victim. She is so convincing to people on TikTok that she still has a lot of support.
Yeah. She says I stalk her. She's put my picture up on her page saying, that I've harassed her, stalked her with her 3 children. She stood out in the middle of the public street, and I won't repeat what she said to me. She doesn't tell people that, does she? Lucy?
No, she doesn't.
Lucy is a compulsive liar, and it's the lies that she tells, and you think, how could somebody say that? And that's when you need to start coming from the perspective of she is not a normal person. She thrives on all of this right now. She thrives on this.
Fiona, my lovely, I would like to introduce you to Sarah. Sarah came across my awareness movement and has begun creating so much awareness on my behalf. I've jumped into lots of Sarah's lives, so I just wanted you to meet her and wondered if Sarah had any questions, because I know, Sarah, you have been absolutely an incredible amount of support to me. And personally, again, thank you to each and every one of you who has supported me. For anybody who is still doubting me, I hope tonight brings you some clarity. Sarah, my lovely, would you like to introduce yourself? Do you have any questions for Fiona, if she can answer them?
Are you guys aware she now has a new backup as well, Thriving Through Hate backup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just thought I'd make you aware of that. But no, since I've come on,
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Oh, she's got a new backup. It's called Thriving Through Hate Backup.
She has actually changed her main. She's changed her main TikTok account to the original Stalked on TikTok. So for those that don't,
right, okay.
So for those who are, so Queen of Positivity is me, Emma. This is my main personal account. Unfortunately, I am the current victim of Lucy Haughey. I didn't want the negativity coming onto my main profile. Positivity gives it away. So I actually created a second profile called Stalked on TikTok. I didn't just create that profile to start raising awareness. This is not what I do. This is not my area of expertise. I am just a mother of 6 children and a granny to 3. I don't do drama. I don't do anything like this. This is the first time I have ever been caught up in anything like this before. Unfortunately, I found myself in the middle of a very public smear campaign. So I actually created a second TikTok account called Stalked on TikTok. Within a matter of 3 weeks, Lucifer and her flying monkeys had it bananaed. So I created another TikTok account called Stalked on TikTok. You can now obviously see that Lucifer today has now changed her username from Thriving Through Hate to the original Stalked on TikTok. If you do watch her and listen to the woman with bright pink hair, that is myself. So you will see me plastered all over her platform. Sarah from the Ghosts actually came along and picked up my devastating situation. And for the last week or so, she has just been so supportive. She's welcomed me into her lives along with Pat, who is an incredible source of aftercare, let's say. The team has just literally wrapped their arms around me and kind of said, hey girl, we've got you, we believe you. And when you're in the middle of something so public and as manipulative and as, I don't know what word to use with Lucifer, she's very good at playing the victim. She has so many people still believing that she is the victim in all this, and she's saying, you know, the Queen of Positivity is stalking me, and it's absolutely horrendous. And obviously for the last 3-4 months, Fiona and I and other victims have come together and have become friends. You know, we've shared our experiences, and Fiona and the other, you know, women, you know, they have my back too. And I think they are just so dumbstruck at the brutality of the things that she says.
Oh, she's in the comments, is she?
If I couldn't support you, Emma, in what
somebody's just tagged me and said Lucy's in the comments.
Tell us about what she wants.
Please don't. I cannot.
No, she can't be in the box. Queen can't be in the box at the same time.
I don't have anything polite to say, and that's not my nature. And certainly where Fiona is, that is not going to happen. Sorry, Sarah. Sorry, Fiona. Yeah, I mean, it's been horrendous, hasn't it, Fiona, for myself?
Yes.
But again, to you, this is normal, isn't it? This is her pattern of behaviour. This is what she does. Which
it time and time again. There's also a woman in Australia. Her name is Lisa. Lisa met her on LinkedIn, and Lisa just Googled her, and what came up shocked her. And again, you know, Lisa made the big mistake. Lisa committed the crime of confronting toy with the truth. And what she will do is she will contact your employer, your family, your friends. And what I would say is, if you have any young children and you confront her, expect a visit from social services, because she will
Fiona, she's
and make vexatious complaints or suggestions that you are not a fit mother or father. She has done that to several people now. She has a history of some of the things that she has done. She has destroyed people's lives.
I mean, I've only been aware of this woman for a week, well, over a week, doing my awareness campaigns on her. And she has already threatened me with legal action and done 3 videos on myself. I'm not bothered by her. She really doesn't scare me, so she can do what she wants. But that's the kind of woman she is.
I'll just say briefly, I'm used to, people always say I shouldn't have to be, but I am used to smear campaigns, because obviously for 3 and a bit years now, I've been exposing the worst of the worst and talking about the worst of the worst. However, I will sort of lighten the tone a little bit, because Lucy has got to have said one of the funniest things about me in an attempt for a smear campaign. She said that I don't know where I was supposed to be doing this, but I've been online somewhere pretending to be a woman to get pictures of people's aubergines. Now, I've had some kids over the years, but I've never had something so.
I think
Can I just ask everybody to mute a moment, except Fiona and the dancing bus driver? Thank you. So the dancing bus driver, for those that don't know, is actually my husband. We're not quite married yet, but we will be as soon as our divorces come through. Yes, Lucifer, you got that correct. B and I have been together 5.5 years and we're still married to other people. But we don't see that as a drama, because as grown-ass adults and loving parents to our 7 children between us, I go Christmas shopping with V's ex-wife, and V goes and watches the boxing with my ex-husband, because we live a very happy blended family. Fiona, my lovely, I don't know if you've met my other half. V, meet Fiona.
Hello.
So V'll probably stay on mute, but I wanted to bring him in the box just to highlight some of the stalking behaviours that Lucy has done against myself, because it hasn't just been targeted to me. You will often hear Lucy speak about my children. Now, I have 6 children, and their ages are 13, 14, and 15. I do have 3 adult children that have all flown the nest. Nikki, mum life, is my eldest daughter. You will often regularly hear Lucifer state, my children have personality disorders. She's talking about a 13, 14 and 15-year-old. They're all boys. She actually contacted my eldest child. Nick's actually in the chat tonight if you have any questions in regards to this. But I ask you, as mothers, as fathers, as aunts, as uncles, how would you feel knowing that a convicted SO had contacted your child? You know, this has gone so much further than TikTok. And I know people love TikTok for the drama, but I just want to highlight that that isn't me. This is not why I am on TikTok. I don't like the drama. I'm not involved in that type of thing. And what she did to my daughter, which the Fact Freak can also then share his part in it, is she threatened to phone social services upon my grandchildren as a form of, well, Fact Freak, why did she threaten? You covered it on your YouTube.
It's blackmail, isn't it? It's blackmail. It's control. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of the standard techniques by people like that, because they think they have one up on people. But obviously, at the time, she was acting in a coaching sort of role with yourself, and that's why things were divulged to her. And then she took that information and then took that information to use against you at a later date should you dare to challenge her on her behaviour.
Fiona, is this a normal pattern of behaviour for Lucy?
Yes, yes. She has done this now to several people. And that's why my background is in. But by the way, before I came on tonight, I sent Emma and Laura Jane my qualifications.
I don't need your qualifications.
Yes, yeah.
I don't need them. You're my friend.
From the University of Strathclyde University, a postgrad from Caledonian University, and a certificate in clinical hypnotherapy and Reiki. So it's very easy, because if someone asks you for your qualifications, you should be able to just say, there they are. Yeah. Lucy can't do that. Or Lucy says you're stalking and harassing her when you ask for her qualifications, because Lucy doesn't have any. No, the only thing Lucy has ever completed is a community payback order. She has no qualifications. And
sorry, guys.
That's
okay.
It's this idea that do you know what I'm saying, that she has now set herself up as some kind of expert when she is a convicted child sex abuser, a convicted stalker. She's also got convictions for threatening violence.
Yeah.
Her modus operandi is to blackmail people.
Well, she threatened
to call their employers, any kind of statutory body, whether it be benefits agencies or social services. This is what she does. It's that 3, 4, 5-year-old child who's having the tantrum when she's being told to stop.
Mm. So obviously the
other thing that she's coming out. Can I just?
Of course.
My background is in education. That's my background. And as part of my training, I have gone through child protection training. And I am alarmed at what I hear her saying on social media. And
why does she still have her children? That's the biggest question I'm often asked. Why was she allowed to keep her children?
I know, obviously, this is my opinion, but I'm allowed an opinion. Lucy has used those children like a shield to prevent her getting any kind of custodial sentence, because obviously courts, social workers, they take into consideration that would it be in the child's best interest to separate the child from the mother. So she has used those children like a shield. And that's why, and Lucy knows how to play the game. Lucy knows how to sit in front of social workers and tell them what they need to hear. She knows how to say, I'm so remorseful, until she gets them off her back. She knows how to play the game. I heard, the latest one I heard was what our defence lawyer said, when they're doing the mitigating circumstances of why her sentence should perhaps be a bit more lenient. And the one thing that she talks about is they talk about her children, that she has, she's got custody, she's got full custody of one child in particular who has learning difficulties. And it would probably be traumatic if he were to be uprooted from the routine that he knows. And the other thing that she talks about is, that when it comes to these reports, is she talks about her career. What career? Lucy doesn't have a career. The career that Lucy's ever had is being a manipulative, evil bitch.
What about the 20 years charity sector she worked in, Fiona? We hear about this quite a lot.
Right, I'm coming off now sounding like an absolute bitch. Lucy's charity career was, these people that stand out in the main thoroughfares for cancer research and ask, would you like to sign up to donate? That was her career at one time.
I couldn't imagine her being very good with the general public, to be fair. Like, I don't know how she managed to raise anything.
Well, what you then hear is there are always problems with Holly in her working environment, whether they're jealous of her, of her superior intelligence, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. How many times have we got to listen to this? Because we're all jealous of Lucy. I'm not jealous of Lucy Hoy.
And I can categorically state I don't. Fiona,
But
what
I
is
will
all
not
this?
keep my mouth shut when a child sexual abuser is on social media promoting herself as a coach.
I am
agree.
extremely jealous of Colin's boat because apparently he has the biggest boat in Glasgow, which is one of the most ridiculous things I heard her say.
Not just any boat, you know, like not it's M&S, you know, he's got the
Yes.
biggest one.
He's got the biggest
Is that
boat.
where Colin the
Bet you,
Caterpillar's
but
from?
what you've got to
You're not.
understand is, right, you know, he's got a barge up in the Maryhill Canal. You know, when she talks about they're going out for a drive, that's him moving the barge further up the canal to empty the septic tank.
Oh,
That's the reality.
it's a shame she doesn't go through it herself, through the tank, isn't it?
Fiona, my lovely.
Did you hear her on a live where someone was talking about, you know, they wanted to hire a barge, and what she said was, my advice would be is don't shit in the toilet because then you've got to empty the tank. And I thought, so where is Lucy shitting when she's up at the Maryhill Canal?
I actually hope she is listening to this right now. I hope she is.
Lucifer, where do you shit?
Shall I tell you what?
Has anybody actually
Well,
seen
if she is,
Colin
she'll be
as well?
slugging the gin,
One minute, guys.
and she'll be making her way down Takenhead Road Police Station to
She
report
will-
me.
She will
But I
100%
tell you what,
be listening, because she's
I
not.
don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Nobody will tell me that I am not allowed to speak out when I think that a child sexual abuser is promoting herself as a coach. I couldn't live with myself.
No, and I agree, Fiona. So my next question to you is, why did she choose me as her next victim?
Because you committed the crime of going to the fat freak and saying, this woman is setting you up. You committed a crime against her. Just the same way that the mother committed a crime against her when she took her son to the police station.
So for those that aren't aware, obviously I was Lucifer's main moderator. I was friends with her for 4 months. Obviously, I had no idea about the real identity of her. The Fact Freak actually did a deep dive video over on YouTube. Please do go give him a follow and go and watch that video. From that, her identity, was revealed to myself, and I found myself in a friendship with a convicted child SO. I had actually used Lucifer as my own coach. I had shared with her some very deep, dark secrets. She would then go on to use those against me in the form of blackmail against my ex-abuser. She threatened to send them to my children. The dancing bus driver is actually my husband-to-be. He was obviously dragged into this. Lucy has actually messaged him. She has made a podcast very publicly claiming that obviously, well, she would like to send some images to him, which obviously Fiona has just informed you that she has done this in the past. Now, my partner is actually an international professional rugby player, and he's played at the same team for the last 10 years, for which we're very thankful. He's also a bus driver because, let's face it, he's 43 now and rugby isn't going to last forever, although he tells me it does in the island community. What Lucifer did was she actually targeted his place of work. She found out where he played rugby, and he does still play at National 1 level, so he does get a good weekly wage. She found out where he worked, which isn't difficult because the dancing bus driver, he is on TikTok, you know, he plays rugby, he'll have his little logo on his, and he uploads images. Why shouldn't we be able to use our personal life on TikTok? You don't expect that you're going to get a stalker, do you? She actually found out which rugby team he played for and went to their social media accounts, where she left some very disgusting, embarrassing, lots of messages, many messages. V, do you want to give 2 minutes to just firstly, I would love you to meet obviously the Fact Freak and Fiona, because both are quite, you know, partial to this, but just 2 minutes to explain. Obviously you've had to watch me for the last 5 months be stalked by this thing, and also hear the children being dragged into it, and also yourself. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Please welcome V.
Do I have to?
Yes. No, you don't. Just
Hi guys. Yeah, it's hard though, but you know, with us men, we can't really express ourselves. You know, like, if it's hard, or if it's something hard, we always like keep holding it, not saying, we can't say it out. But like with you women, easy for you guys to express yourself and say it out, what's going on. But like with us men, it's hard. But like yeah, what is that? Like with myself, I know it's happened, but I can't really say it out. You know, every time, like work and stuff, I always come and see her sitting there, and I keep asking, "Are you alright? What's going on?" And then she reached to the children. You know, like with her 6 children, I treat them like mine. You know, like I talk to them like a father to them. But when she start getting into my job and like send them messages and stuff, and I just thinking like that is weird.
It's not weird, it's evil and it's dangerous and it's sick and it's criminal and it needs to stop. I hope you're okay, because these are our children. These are our children. Part of the conviction that she got recently on the 5th of March, there's a non-harassment order, and that includes 3 young people under the age of 18.
And that's something, yes, Fiona, that's something I really want to touch on, because I've mentioned this, obviously, with your permission recently on my own TikTok account.
I feel as though I'm shouting, and I'm sorry.
No, please don't.
Positivity Queen, can I just say something to your partner quickly? I just
of course.
say hello.
You can hear the emotion. You can hear the emotion in his voice. First of all, he is the one who comes home from work and sees me sat absolutely distraught.
Yes.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. He's the one that has to sit and hug me on a night when I'm sobbing in tears because the day's just been too much. He has to watch our children being dragged through and called such vicious and cruel names. Please bear in mind the children are 13, 14 and 15. He has had to go into his workplace. She phoned his board of directors and offered me up on a plate, basically, is what she did. And he has had to go into his workplace with his rugby teammates and explain what on earth is happening. I mean, they have been, honestly, absolutely incredible. But I just thought it would be quite nice to bring V on. And obviously V is an international player, therefore he's Tongan, therefore his skin colour isn't white, he is black. And this is why you'll often hear Lucifer being incredibly racist as well.
Yeah,
I just want to say I'm so sorry for what you are going through, and you know, you are right, as a man it's very hard to just like go into a doctor, you know, sit down in a room and just blurt out your feelings, how you're feeling about the situation. You're the one that's expected to stay strong, look after your missus, but deep down you are suffering because you're victim now as well, because you are watching your family suffer around you. But I just want to say a massive well done to you, because you've not let her, you know, you've not let her win, you've not crumbled. I know there's been times you both felt like it, but you know what, guys, you sound like a really tough, strong couple. And as long as you two keep remaining strong, that will irritate her more because, once again, where is Colin? She hasn't got that relationship like many of us have got, where we have actually got someone who loves us, respects us. You know, they are actually speaking up on our behalf. What I have noticed is Colin is not speaking up for her. So you're aggravating her because you two are happy. Does that make sense? So just...
Yeah.
I think it becomes more difficult, not more difficult for a man, because she introduces the sexual element into it, and what the men run the risk of, because she has done this. There was one man on LinkedIn who, again, you know, happened to commit the crime of saying, hang on a minute, are you not that Lucy Hoy who was convicted of... and so that was his crime, and she had to go for him. And she called his wife up. She called his wife up to say that he was that he was contacting her and he wanted to be in a relationship with her, and he was sending her pictures, and you know, she's what do you say? So I think that for men, because she introduces this sexual element, because you know, and that's where it becomes more. Well, I say dangerous. Is that the right word? But
it's weaponizing. It's weaponizing sexuality. I mean, one of the first things that she said when I exposed her was that I wanted her. Lucy, I do want your body for medical science. I think all pedalos should be donated to medical science. I mean, there are animals getting things tested on them. Why are we not testing them on the real animals? I will say that the dude at the bottom, sorry, I totally forgot your name, which is really bad.
This is the fact freak. Fact freak, actually, I was saying to V, you don't live far away from us, so I thought we should perhaps meet up one time and do a TikTok together, just and we can tag it Lucifer.
Definitely.
Well, I would like to invite you all up to Glasgow, but I can't because Lucy would be down at Cathcart police station saying that I'm organising a vigilante party against her.
Fiona, we're coming.
I just wanted to say one thing, really, because it's way past my bedtime, basically. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to have to do one. But if you guys are in here because I was live, please stay in here and support these people. I'd wanted to say that it is a stigma about men speaking up about how they're affected by stuff like that. And I just wanted to say to the dude that speaking up in the way you have today gives other men strength that they can do it too. And that's a massive thing. Big love to everybody part of this awareness. Awareness is key. Awareness is a team sport. If you're in the chat, tapping the screen, interacting with videos, doing whatever is as impactful as and important as everybody speaking here today. Thank you for having me. You guys are fucking awesome, and I'm off. Right.
And I was glad to share a platform with you.
Fiona, perhaps I could have a word with the Fact Freak, and we could perhaps do this again, and we can go and do it on the Fact Freaks live.
100%. We'll get you on the podcast.
Yeah. Perfect. We'll get that arranged.
I wish I wasn't having to do this. I wish I wasn't having to come on social media and do this, but I cannot remain silent when I know that a dangerous person like Lucy Hoy is out there and continuing to attempt to destroy people's lives.
I don't blame you. Right, I'm going to go and I will catch you all later. Keep going. You guys are doing fucking awesome, all right?
God bless.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace, guys. Peace, guys.
Bye.
Queen Bee, do you mind if I just address a comment in the chat?
Please do.
Someone said, I don't know why a pedo hunting group hasn't gone and hunted her down, because right now she's not committing any crimes. You can. I'm part of a online predator hunting group, which is Ghost, and she's not currently committing anything that we're aware of. So we can't get involved in that respect. It's not that we don't want to, but we don't have a leg to stand on legally.
And it's all about awareness, and we want you to check children's devices and accounts because you don't know she's linking your child's account.
Guys, if you have any, we're all talking over.
The main thing was like, I think when the missus started friending with her, and then they start doing live, and if I finish work coming home, she always asks her, where's the handsome man? put him on the live, and I just said to her like, that is weird. Why is he like
She
someone
spoke
just
to you like that when Queen was doing a live.
yeah, she's always like,
Oh.
where's your handsome man? Just put him on live. And then when
Wow.
when I get off from it and she come here, I said, well, why is he? That is weird. Someone like to ask me to come on the live because you're on the live.
V, can I
And then
can I just bring this up? I remember speaking to Emma. Now that book, Dangerous Normal People, that's the only one that I've read, and I remember after reading the first few pages, and I thought this is like soft porn. And Emma, you said to me that V had thought the same thing too.
Yes, he felt
yeah,
very
because
uncomfortable.
and I said to her like, all right, you do your live with your friend, and I'll do live on the TikTok, and I'll bring my cover and then have a laugh. And then she just turned around and said like, oh, but I always wear my sunglasses all the time. And then he just, oh yeah, just put the big fella on the live so we can chat. And with me, like I feel like uncomfortable, like someone like to say it in front of her. And then after that, when she's getting mad, she put on one of her live like, oh, and your other half like he's so ugly. Why is he keep wear sunglasses? I think like what 180 to go and fix his face. And I was sitting there like laughing, and I just think, is she have she seen me like closer, like to see like what I look like?
So I think what V's trying to say, for those that aren't quite understanding, when Lucy and I were friends, she would make very adult context remarks in regards to my partner, V, the dancing bus driver. The moment I obviously turned against Lucifer, and the reason I turned against her is because I found out her real identity. The moment I blocked her, she then started approaching my partner with very sexual innuendos, basically, your wife's ugly, she's fat, you could do so much better, how about me type of attitude. Obviously, V showed me the messages straight away.
Yes.
He blocked her and wanted nothing at all to do with her. In fact, he was absolutely more disgusted than what I was, if that's even possible. What she then did was she began a racist tirade, and you guys probably don't understand what covert abuse is. It's something I found out, unfortunately, very quickly. She will make very racial comments within her lives, and you guys probably don't, you probably wouldn't catch on to it. She will say things such as, I'm going to get myself a Chinkanese tonight. She'll often say that B looks Indian. B actually isn't Indian, he's actually Tongan. He is from the Pacific Islands. Not that it matters if he's Indian or not, but she will use these type of phrases too. It is passive aggressive. When she goes on her live walk, she will often say, look at that poor black cow, look at it all on its own. She has commented on the fact that he has to use sunglasses to hide his big, ugly face. Actually, he's a bus driver also, as well as a rugby player. We are, hitting that age where rugby's going to come to an end. So he is actually a bus driver Monday to Friday. He works incredibly hard to provide myself and the children with an incredible life. And I believe this whole kept woman, you're a rugby wag, there's obviously some jealousy there. Please do understand that B is Tongan. His culture is to be a provider and is an incredible provider. But that's none of nobody else's business how our family is financially stable, and it's most certainly not Lucifer's. I was actually working up until 4 years ago when my grandson was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and 3 days later my mother suffered a catastrophic stroke and was left fully paralysed, unable to walk or talk. I gave up a 9-year very well paid career to become available to help with my family, and for that I will never apologise. That the amount of money, it matters nothing, because to me family comes first. You will often hear us state I am a benefit fraud. There is no benefit fraud happening, but for anybody who does believe, and if Lucifer, if you're watching me, which I know you will be watching me, if you believe V and I are committing benefit fraud, I'm quite happy to make a post and put the benefit fraud hotline on there for you. You're very welcome to go and phone that number because that's what a normal person would do. Please stop threatening me because it falls on empty ears. She has then gone on to say that Fee's ugly face needs £180 for some fillers. She has absolutely ripped my partner to shreds. She has made a podcast where she threatens to send him adult images. And this is just giving you a little bit of insight into how it's not just affecting me, but it's also affecting my partner. It's also affecting my children. I also made, Fiona, I am going to not stop talking in a minute and let you come and answer all this because you can give some better insights, I'm sure. But I made I've actually done this online for 14 years. I run a very, very big supportive community on Facebook. Many people have asked for the name. Obviously, under the circumstances, I'm not able to share that because I have thousands of women that I need to protect. I also created a community on WhatsApp, and there'll be a lot of ladies in this chat who are from that community who received very vicious, very vile, very disgusting phone calls from Lucifer. What she did was she sent a woman to message me to say that they were struggling with domestic violence and could they please be accepted into my WhatsApp community. The WhatsApp community was filled with hundreds of women who had gone through the most horrendous backgrounds, and we all came together not as professionals but as survivors. What Lucifer did was she sent a mole in. She calls it a mole. She laughed about having a mole in my group. And what she did was she got that mole, so whichever mole that was, I actually think I don't have the words, to screenshot all the phone numbers. And what Lucifer did was she began targeting my friends. She began phoning them. Now, one of those friends was Donna. I think Sarah, you've spoken to Donna before. Donna won't mind me saying that Donna is actually under witness protection with the police. She was one of the people that Lucifer phoned. Holly was another. Emma, we need more mods. If my mods can pop a purple heart in the chat box, Queen Bee will grab you as mods.
Oh, can I just say, thank you very much, guys, for having me in your life.
You're so welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll need to get off because I'll be start work at 6.
I'm a kept woman, so he needs to get his head down to get up early to go to work.
It was lovely. It was good to speak to you, V.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Take
guys.
care, V.
God bless
Have a good night.
Take
God
care,
bless.
lovely.
Thank you.
For those that don't follow him, please go and give the dancing bus driver. His TikToks are so funny. He's an incredible dancer. Donna, my lovely, I'm not going to bring you in the box tonight, lovely.
There's only the one thing, like I make TikTok, and my wish is if I make one person put a smile on one person a day in their face, and it make me happy. So that's why I do TikTok.
Good for you. Good for you.
I love the TikToks you do together where Queen's reacting to you. They're hilarious.
And you know what, Sarah? That's the sadness,
Thank you.
isn't it?
Night,
Now
guys.
that I've
Good night.
that's the real.
Could I just
that's
say
the
this
sadness.
before I forget? I would never want to dismiss anyone's experience, their childhood experience, or to trash it, but basically, I don't believe one word that comes out of Lucy Hoy's mouth.
Agreed.
So I will make the exception for her. Could I just say that Lucy Hoy's mother, Joyce Woodhouse, called the mother of the boy that she sexually abused. Joyce Woodhouse spoke to this mother on the phone, and what she said is, she is dangerous, you don't know her.
Wow.
Her own mother. Wow.
When you hear her talk about her childhood, and that woman's dead now. That woman's dead, God rest her soul.
Oh, bless her.
Lucy Hoy stood over her mother's deathbed to ask about her inheritance.
You're joking.
No, she stood over her deathbed, and then she can't understand why her brother asked her to leave and not come back. So the stories that she tells.
Queen, can you just look for the purple hearts? Lucifer's in the chat, and I do not want her anywhere near Fiona, please. Can my mods quickly put purple hearts?
I have put quite a few mods in already. 1 second.
Tell her to put her messages on. Let's see what she's got to say.
Ivy Grace is not one of mine, so you can just be blocked because you're currently obviously Lucifer.
That is her. Apparently
Ivy Grace, you are not my moderator. I assure you.
And you're never
Fuck you, Lucifer.
Let her come in and
not trying to take.
Yeah, you've got no, right, don't add them. Lexi, you're not one of my mods neither. So you won't be on neither.
You see, the thing is, what we used to teach children in school as part of child protection is if someone is hurting you, if someone is bullying you, speak out. Tell someone. And that's what you're doing on this platform tonight. That's what you are doing when you're coming together. You are speaking out. You're speaking out and you're telling it like it is. And that's where she loses all of her power and all of her control.
And I think it enrages her more that you're women and that you were in a vulnerable position, but you found the strength now to speak out. I think that absolutely enrages her.
Definitely. I mean, for me, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is quite sensitive to me because of the subject in itself. You know, I've told you I am a victim, not to her, and I'm never going to be a victim. I'm going to make that quite clear now to everybody that is watching. I will not become Lucy's new victim. She will become mine. I promise you that now. She will become mine because I do not sit here and I do not tolerate people like that, not only in my vicinity, but I'm not going to have them coming on here causing further scare, further harm to people, young people, parents. A lot of people have been blinded by this woman. I've had a few people message me in the last 24 hours. Well, I thought she were all right, but now I've just blocked her because
I've had so many messages too. I thank you for raising awareness. I'd never have known.
I know that
guys,
I know that you're also
any questions, guys, please.
Some of the people who
any questions, please ask them and I'll write them down and I will ask Fiona for you. So any questions you've got in the last kind of 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, some of the people that mod for her or are part of her group, her cult. I know that you're very mindful that you're also seeing them seeing them as victims, that she has manipulated them. So what I would say is if she has something on you, if you're frightened of her, if there's something that you could do, it's called walking away backwards. In other words, next time she's on a live, tell her you're busy, that you can't mod for her. Don't join in her group chats. That idea of walking away backwards, because it is frightening to think that if she knows that you no longer want to be part of her cult, her group, whatever, that she will go for you. As I keep saying, Lucy Hoy does not make friends. She takes hostages. Did you hear her on a live? She wants to try and make friends in Glasgow. That's because she doesn't have any friends in Glasgow.
Can I ask you a question that's in the comments? Somebody said her child is still at school. Have the schools been informed for safety?
Again, now, this is only my opinion. Lucy is very articulate. Lucy knows how to get her shit together when she's going up to the school, when she's going for social work reports. So she knows how to perform. She knows how to say the right things.
And I can see that quite clear, and I'm not going to lie.
That's why, you know, my background in education, in teaching, I can see that the youngest child has, he's on the spectrum. And it breaks my heart every time I see her bringing him on. You know, I don't know about you, but, you know, like, my boy's 34 years old now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the last thing that he would want to be doing is on a live with his mother. You know, he had things to do, places to go, people to see. This child, because of his condition, probably doesn't have any friends. You know, so that when he's going to school or so he doesn't have this, like the way a typical teenager is moving into their teen years, like in the last, they don't want to be hanging about with mum and dad anymore, like they've got their friends, and this wee boy doesn't have that. And when I see her having him perform on her lives, my heart breaks. My heart breaks, and it must be very, very distressing for his father.
Can we address the one where she mentioned what to do with the alcohol and the lady of the night, or have you already addressed that?
Oh, we've not addressed that yet.
Okay.
I saw that she's encouraging the child to go get her a drink. Yeah, but
there's a question. I do believe that the children do see their father. Yes. Fiona, another question. How did Lucy afford the place in Greece that she keeps bragging about? Do you know?
Through the mother's inheritance. Before Lucy got her inheritance, she didn't have 2 pennies to rub together.
I don't think she did.
And the thing is too, that the way she goes on about people on benefits, Lucy has been a recipient of benefits for most of her adult life.
Wow.
So it's either benefits or child maintenance. Lucy couldn't even buy 4 toilet rolls. She tried to borrow that from a friend.
Wow.
Fiona, who looks after the youngest child? We know that he's aged 13, and we know that he is diagnosed as having Asperger's, as of Lucy states very publicly. Who looks after him all the time? Because we often see her on the boat, somebody's asking.
Well, she again, I'm only saying what I've heard her say on her various lives or videos or whatever. But apparently she's got this middle boy who is he 16, 17, who she pays to take care of her dogs. And I think, she must have some perfect 16, 17-year-old, because I couldn't get my boy at 16, 17 to empty the rubbish.
I agree.
And here's this 16, 17-year-old who at times is responsible for four vicious breed dogs up the top floor in a tenement flat in Glasgow. Tiny wee flat with 4 of these dogs. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and I would say, she's got some 17-year-old. Is that 17-year-old getting up 7, 8 in the morning and taking those dogs for a good walk? Is he taking those dogs? Is he, and at times, I don't know, but is he also responsible for the younger brother?
Yes, he said that quite often, that the 13-year-old is at home with his older brother. And she pays him to look after him and also to walk the 4 dogs. And I suppose what really annoys me as a dog owner and dog lover is she has these 4 dogs, and she also has the big white dog, which she keeps threatening.
She's in a tenement flat that you couldn't swing a dog in. Never mind the 4 of them.
Well, that's cruel. I'm sorry. That in itself is cruel.
And she obviously has Colin's dog, the big white one that we often see on her TikTok. And
can I just say about that dog? She was boasting this morning because it was barking, and she was like, "Oh, I dare anybody to come near me because this dog will eat you up."
This is me being horrible. This is me being horrible. But you know that big scar she's got on her forehead?
Yeah.
What happened was, she was on social media, drunk on the gin. The dog, because the dogs hadn't been taken out, the dog started to pee in the hall floor. She was screaming at the oldest boy to get him. She jumped up, slid on the dog pee, and bashed her forehead right on her front door.
But then Fiona, am I right in thinking?
She's classy,
I bet she leathered the dogs though, didn't she?
No,
Sorry?
because a month later, she then said that was due to DV.
Wow.
No, she slid in the dog pee.
No, but she told me that was a DV sky. It's on Instagram.
No
I've got the
way.
Post. I've got every receipt, guys. I keep all my receipts.
What
You've got a full kit.
You see, I hate doing this because it's like, when a victim of abuse, whether it's sexual abuse or domestic violence, is speaking out, I hate to think that I am trashing what they're saying, not believing them. But I wouldn't believe a word that comes out of her mouth. She is a compulsive liar. I do not believe that Lucy Hoy has ever endured sexual abuse. I don't believe that her drink was ever spiked. She's an alcoholic.
I've
She's
just seen
probably going
six
to
ladies.
bars. She's the type that would be going around picking up people's drink and glugging it down.
I've just seen six ladies vouch that they saw the DV comment.
You know, and she makes up these stories. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that she was raped on the Isle of Mull. That she makes up these stories that personally I just don't believe it. And the thing is, when she talks about the abuse that apparently she has endured, you watch her body language. What's coming out of her mouth doesn't marry up with her body language. She is lying.
Oh no, she hasn't been bananaed, has she?
Oh, hang on. Does it come up on mine to tell me if she's been banana?
No.
That happens to me the other night on Angie's live, you know.
This is what Lucifer and her flying monkeys try to do. She actually had my stalked on TikTok account bananaed because I was giving the receipts, quite frankly, and she didn't like it. But as all you guys can see, nobody's kicked her, no one. Oh, hold on a moment. She may have knocked herself off. Let's have a look. Manage guests. Holes. There we go. Hello. Unmute yourself. There we go.
I'm just going to the loo, guys. Back in a minute.
Are you back, my lovely?
Can you hear me? Am I talking too much?
No, please. That we've done this live for you to speak, most definitely. It's just we have so many questions coming in. And we've just got a violation for bullying. I mean, isn't that quite...
is that Lucy saying I'm bullying her?
Yes, I'm bullying her. You know, I have had...
Oh, where's she gone, guys?
She's done the same to her.
Oh. Hang on.
I'll be next. I'll say goodbye just in case I go.
I'll be back on anyway tomorrow, Sarah, so we'll be doing round 3 tomorrow. We'll do it.
One of the mods has kicked her. No, none of the mods would have kicked her. None of the mods would have kicked.
Have we got her back? Accept. Here she is. She's back. She's back.
Right, you've got one of the mods as one of Lucifer's flying monkeys. You've accepted one of them.
I'll be next then.
Oh, great.
See you in a minute, guys.
I can't do anything because it's not my live. So when I said my mods put
I
purple
apologise,
heart,
Kira.
obviously Lucifer's obviously put 1 2. You see, so she's got.
See, there's an old saying that a lie can be halfway around the world before the truth has got its boots on. And I
Queen
think what we're
Bee,
doing
just
tonight
take
the
all your
truth
mods
has got
off
its
and we'll
boots
re-add
on.
them.
I know who my mods are. Though. I've got a friend called Lucy, by the way, guys. So don't forget.
Just take them all off, and then I will tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, people that aren't my mods are putting the hearts on, and you've added them. Just
The
remove. Just
this
keep your
woman
mods.
goes to is absolutely ridiculous.
Lucifer.
She'll be setting sail from the Mary Hill Canal.
But can we just be reassured she's clearly affected?
There we go. I've only got people in that I know.
Yeah, just keep it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, I mean, this just goes to show, doesn't it, how desperate she is to silence us. And I think that's it, isn't it? She's put up many posts today about me. Well, unfortunately, she's been blocked for a very, very long time. So how is she able to still see my content if she's blocked?
She's a very sad individual. She's
She's a dangerous individual.
Well, it's like when I did my live yesterday. Was it yesterday, Queen? She came in and it was quite clear it was her because it had 10 follows and 10 followings. No, it's the number of moderators she had.
Sarah, you had her in your chat. Do you want to tell Fiona about that? I'm not sure if Fiona watched that live when you actually had her. She came into your live, didn't she?
Absolutely tried to take over. She demanded that I removed the team poster from behind me, which I thought, okay, if you want to talk, that's fine, I'll do that. And she kept trying to tell me that nobody was allowed in the box to ask her questions and everything else. She was getting very, very angry and upset about it. Then she said I was swearing at her, breaking community guidelines. To be perfectly honest and not big-headed, considering the bull she was coming out with, I just remained very, very, very calm. Then when I was questioning her about what she said for her son's birthday, she kept deflecting and asked me what that date was. I said, but that's not important, Lucy. What I want to know is what you said and how you justify saying it. And she kept going back to the child's birthday. It was constant deflection, every question I asked.
I think the posting
I actually did
was...
see that, and what I saw was, I saw what I call when Lucy flips. Lucy flips on you. She goes from being this, or attempting to be this calm, articulate person.
Yes.
And then when it's not going her way, she literally flips. And that's where you see the body language change. And if you're close enough to her, you actually see the eyes darken, become black.
That's mad. But no, she doesn't like being stood up to. And I think because I wouldn't back down and play her game, I think that's why she got so angry. And then in the end, she just left. But then went on to Angie's live and then came into Queen Bee's live.
Yeah, can I also say that this is at her last court appearance. Now, she some of the things that she said about the mother have been absolutely horrendous. You know what I mean? Did anyone hear where she said that if the mother had been a good mother, then the child sexual abuse would never have happened?
Yeah, she's basically blamed the mother for it all.
So she calls the mother all kinds of things, you know, that she's a fat slob. But the mother is actually a very, very beautiful woman with the most gorgeous long dark hair. But according to Boy, you know, like she's got greasy hair.
She's got a thing about hair, Fiona.
We know that one.
She's probably jealous of you, Emma, if you've got a good head of hair.
Bright pink and very thick.
Yeah. So what she had done was she had gone to court officials, police, to say that she was feeling fear and intimidation because we were all coming to the court heavy-handed and did a load of nonsense. So in the courtroom, because she had requested it, there was a strong police presence in the courtroom.
Oh my God.
And the mother was there. And the mother's hair definitely wasn't greasy that day. It was absolutely beautiful that day because I actually fixed her hair before we went in. It's got beautiful
Well, she
hair.
thought I was coming, didn't she? Because we'd had a discussion about me coming to Glasgow.
Yeah. So the mother has beautiful hair all down her back, a great head of hair, and I fixed her hair before we went in, and obviously Lucy saw that, you know, because there was only 3 or 4 of us in the courtroom and about 4 or 5 police officers. So the bold Lucy, sometimes I can never make up my mind if Lucy's stupid or I just don't know. But anyway, she's in the dock and she winks at me.
Wow.
And the next thing, the door of the dock flew open because the court police officer had seen it. So he yanked open the door, went right up to her, fingers pointed right in her face, saying, "You, get your eyes front. Do you understand? Get your eyes front," right up at her face. And I couldn't believe it. It was almost as though her face looked bashed in. I don't know if anyone ever heard, it's an old Glasgow saying, her face looked like a well-scalped arse. And this is her in the dock. And she's requested a police presence because what she's saying is there are people coming that don't know how to behave themselves.
But she's the one instigating the trouble.
Yeah.
Wow.
So She went on to one of her lives saying that was all nonsense. That wasn't nonsense. That happened. And part of the charges, or these charges, were dropped because, you know, the way she speaks to you on her lives or whatever, when she doesn't like what you've said, she'd actually spoken to call handlers, police call handlers, in a really horrible manner. She was swearing at them, calling them stupid, and so that was part of the charges. She had also resisted arrest, and there were racist things that she had said to one of the officers, and so what she then went on her live and said that the police then, because they understood the state of fear and alarm that she was in, then escorted her out of the courtroom. Now these police officers, first of all, they saw her winking, they've had to give her into trouble for that. They've then had to sit and listen to the abuse that she gave one of their colleagues. And Lucy's still saying that the police understood and then escorted her from the premises.
Oh my God.
Have you ever heard when she talks in that book, Dangerous Normal People, where she's up at, you know, the ex-partner at his door, and basically she boots his door in?